Hello, and welcome back to the Narrative Reading Bible Podcast. My name is Jessica. Today we are reading pages 100 to 110 in Volume 4 of the Narrative Reading Bible Collection. We are still reading Proverbs, and later we are going to conclude Proverbs. So if you've been following us this year, 2025, you will have noticed that I've released multiple episodes in one day. That's because I'm trying to catch up with my own plan. I had given up for a few weeks, and to ensure that I'm able to complete this narrative reading Bible plan by December 31st, as originally planned, I decided to release the episodes in this order. But if you are following along with this reading plan in 2026 or any year following, you will notice that you are able to complete the entire Bible as it is outlined in volumes 1 through 6 of the Narrative Reading Bible in 46 weeks. That's right, it only takes 46 weeks to complete the entire Bible if you follow the reading plan as I've prescribed. That said, read and listen to this at your own pace. There is no race. I'm really just doing this for myself. I hope that you feel encouraged as you listen to all the Proverbs and the Psalms that are being released. But if not, and you feel more overwhelmed, then take a breather. But for those who are still tuning in and riding with me, we're going to be wrapping up Proverbs today, and then we will dive into the Psalms, book 2 of the Psalms. All right. This section of Proverbs explores how wisdom influences leadership, community, and personal discipline. It champions virtues like righteousness, integrity, and humility, while strongly cautioning against pride, gossip, and laziness. The Proverbs encourage readers to guard their inner thoughts, speak carefully, and pursue consistent, honest work. Ultimately, they reveal that true strength isn't about power, but about self-control and making wise choices. We are reading the Berean Standard Bible Translation. Enjoy today's reading.
The king's heart is a waterway in the hand of the Lord. He directs it where he pleases. All a man's ways seem right to him, but the Lord weighs the heart. To do righteousness and justice is more desirable to the Lord than sacrifice. Haughty eyes and a proud heart, the guides of the wicked, are sin. The plans of the diligent bring plenty, as surely as haste leads to poverty. Making a fortune by a lying tongue is a vanishing mist, a deadly pursuit. The violence of the wicked will sweep them away because they refuse to do what is just. The way of a guilty man is crooked, but the conduct of the innocent is upright. Better to live on a corner of the roof than to share a house with a quarrelsome wife. The soul of the wicked man craves evil, his neighbor finds no favor in his eyes. When a mocker is punished, the simple gain wisdom, and when a wise man is instructed, he acquires knowledge. The righteous one considers the house of the wicked and brings the wicked to ruin. Whoever shuts his ears to the cry of the poor, he too shall cry out and receive no answer. A gift in secret soothes anger, and a covert bribe pacifies great wrath. Justice executed is a joy to the righteous, but a terror to the workers of iniquity. The man who strays from the path of understanding will rest in the assembly of the dead. He who loves pleasure will become poor. The one who loves wine and oil will never be rich. The wicked become a ransom for the righteous, and the faithless for the upright. Better to live in the desert than with a contentious and ill-tempered wife. Precious treasures and oil are in the dwelling of the wise, but a foolish man consumes them. He who pursues righteousness and loving devotion finds life, righteousness, and honor. A wise man scales the city of the mighty and pulls down the stronghold in which they trust. He who guards his mouth and tongue keeps his soul from distress. Mocker is the name of the proud and arrogant man, of him who acts with excessive pride. The craving of the slacker kills him because his hands refuse to work. All day long he covets more, but the righteous give without restraint. The sacrifice of the wicked is detestable, how much more so when brought with ill intent. A lying witness will perish, but the man who listens to truth will speak forever. A wicked man hardens his face, but the upright man makes his way sure. There is no wisdom, no understanding, no counsel that can prevail against the Lord. A horse is prepared for the day of battle, but victory is of the Lord. A good name is more desirable than great riches. Favor is better than silver and gold. The rich and the poor have this in common: the Lord is maker of them all. The prudent see danger and take cover, but the simple keep going and suffer the consequences. The rewards of humility and the fear of the Lord are wealth and honor and life. Thorns and snares lie on the path of the perverse. He who guards his soul stays far from them. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old he will not depart from it. The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. He who sows injustice will reap disaster, and the rod of his fury will be destroyed. A generous man will be blessed, for he shares his bread with the poor. Drive out the mocker, and conflict will depart. Even quarreling and insults will cease. He who loves a pure heart and gracious lips will have the king for a friend. The Lord's eyes keep watch over knowledge, but he frustrates the words of the faithless. The slacker says, "There is a lion outside, I will be slain in the streets." The mouth of an adulteress is a deep pit. He who is under the wrath of the Lord will fall into it. Foolishness is bound up in the heart of a child, but the rod of discipline drives it far from him. Oppressing the poor to enrich oneself or giving gifts to the rich will surely lead to poverty. Saying 1. Incline your ear and hear the words of the wise. Apply your mind to my knowledge, for it is pleasing when you keep them within you and they are constantly on your lips. So that your trust may be in the Lord, I instruct you today, yes, you. Have I not written for you 30 sayings about counsel and knowledge to show you true and reliable words, that you may soundly answer those who sent you? Saying 2. Do not rob a poor man because he is poor, and do not crush the afflicted at the gate, for the Lord will take up their case and will plunder those who rob them. Saying 3. Do not make friends with an angry man, and do not associate with a hot-tempered man, or you may learn his ways and entangle yourself in a snare. Saying 4. Do not be one who gives pledges, who puts up security for debts. If you have nothing with which to pay, why should your bed be taken from under you? Saying 5. Do not move an ancient boundary stone which your fathers have placed. Saying 6. Do you see a man skilled in his work? He will be stationed in the presence of kings. He will not stand before obscure men. Saying 7. When you sit down to dine with the ruler, consider carefully what is set before you, and put a knife to your throat if you possess a great appetite. Do not crave his delicacies, for that food is deceptive. Saying 8. Do not wear yourself out to get rich. Be wise enough to restrain yourself. When you glance at wealth, it disappears, for it makes wings for itself and flies like an eagle to the sky. Saying 9. Do not eat the bread of a stingy man, and do not crave his delicacies, for he is keeping track, inwardly counting the cost. Eat and drink, he says to you, but his heart is not with you. You will vomit up what little you have eaten and waste your pleasant words. Saying 10. Do not speak to a fool, for he will despise the wisdom of your words. Saying 11. Do not move an ancient boundary stone or encroach on the fields of the fatherless, for their Redeemer is strong. He will take up their case against you. Saying 12. Apply your heart to instruction and your ears to words of knowledge. Saying 13. Do not withhold discipline from a child. Although you strike him with a rod, he will not die. Strike him with a rod, and you will deliver his soul from Sheol. Saying 14. My son, if your heart is wise, my own heart will indeed rejoice. My inmost being will rejoice when your lips speak what is right. Saying 15. Do not let your heart envy sinners, but always continue in the fear of the Lord. For surely there is a future, and your hope will not be cut off. Saying 16. Listen, my son, and be wise, and guide your heart on the right course. Do not join those who drink too much wine or gorge themselves on meat, for the drunkard and the glutton will come to poverty, and drowsiness will clothe them in rags. Saying 17. Listen to your father who gave you life, and do not despise your mother when she is old. Invest in truth and never sell it, in wisdom and instruction and understanding. The father of a righteous man will greatly rejoice, and he who fathers a wise son will delight in him. May your father and mother be glad, and may she who gave you birth rejoice. Saying 18. My son, give me your heart, and let your eyes delight in my ways, for a prostitute is a deep pit, and an adulteress is a narrow well. Like a robber she lies in wait and multiplies the faithless among men. Saying 19. Who has woe? Who has sorrow? Who has contentions? Who has complaints? Who has needless wounds? Who has bloodshot eyes? Those who linger over wine, who go to taste mixed drinks. Do not gaze at wine while it is red, when it sparkles in the cup and goes down smoothly. In the end, it bites like a snake and stings like a viper. Your eyes will see strange things, and your mind will utter perversities. You will be like one sleeping on the high seas or lying on the top of a mast. They struck me, but I feel no pain. They beat me, but I did not know it. When can I wake up to search for another drink? Saying 20. Do not envy wicked men or desire their company, for their hearts devise violence, and their lips declare trouble. Saying 21. By wisdom a house is built, and by understanding it is established. Through knowledge its rooms are filled with every precious and beautiful treasure. Saying 22. A wise man is strong, and a man of knowledge enhances his strength. Only with sound guidance should you wage war, and victory lies in a multitude of counselors. Saying 23. Wisdom is too high for a fool. He does not open his mouth in the meeting place. Saying 24. He who plots evil will be called a schemer. A foolish scheme is sin, and a mocker is detestable to men. Saying 25. If you faint in the day of distress, how small is your strength? Rescue those being led away to death, and restrain those stumbling toward the slaughter. If you say, Behold, we did not know about this, does not he who weighs hearts consider it? Does not the one who guards your life know? Will he not repay a man according to his deeds? Saying 26. Eat honey, my son, for it is good, and the honeycomb is sweet to your taste. Know therefore that wisdom is sweet to your soul. If you find it, there is a future for you, and your hope will never be cut off. Saying 27. Do not lie in wait, O wicked man, near the dwelling of the righteous. Do not destroy his resting place. For though a righteous man may fall 7 times, he still gets up, but the wicked stumble in bad times. Saying 28. Do not gloat when your enemy falls, and do not let your heart rejoice when he stumbles, or the Lord will see and disapprove and turn his wrath away from him. Saying 29. Do not fret over evildoers, and do not be envious of the wicked, for the evil man has no future. The lamp of the wicked will be extinguished. Saying 30. My son, fear the Lord and the king, and do not associate with the rebellious, for they will bring sudden destruction. Who knows what ruin they can bring? These also are sayings of the wise. To show partiality in judgment is not good. Whoever tells the guilty, you are innocent, peoples will curse him and nations will denounce him. But it will go well with those who convict the guilty, and rich blessing will come upon them. An honest answer given is like a kiss on the lips. Complete your outdoor work and prepare your field. After that, you may build your house. Do not testify against your neighbor without cause, and do not deceive with your lips. Do not say, I will do to him as he has done to me. I will repay the man according to his work. I went past the field of a slacker and by the vineyard of a man lacking judgment. Thorns had grown up everywhere, thistles had covered the ground, and the stone wall was broken down. I observed and took it to heart. I looked and received instruction. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come upon you like a robber, and need like a bandit. These are additional Proverbs of Solomon, which were copied by the men of Hezekiah, king of Judah. It is the glory of God to conceal a matter, and the glory of kings to search it out. As the heavens are high and the earth is deep, so the hearts of kings cannot be searched. Remove the dross from the silver, and a vessel for a silversmith will come forth. Remove the wicked from the king's presence, and his throne will be established in righteousness. Do not exalt yourself in the presence of the king, and do not stand in the place of great men. For it is better that he says to you, Come up here, than that you should be demoted in the presence of the prince. Even what you have seen with your own eyes do not bring hastily to court. Otherwise, what will you do in the end when your neighbor puts you to shame? Argue your case with your neighbor without betraying another's confidence, lest the one who hears may disgrace you and your infamy never go away. A word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in settings of silver. Like an earring of gold or an ornament of fine gold is a wise man's rebuke to a listening ear. Like the cold of snow in the time of harvest is a trustworthy messenger to those who send him. He refreshes the soul of his masters. Like clouds and wind without rain is the man who boasts of gifts never given. Through patience a ruler can be persuaded, and a gentle tongue can break a bone. If you find honey, eat just what you need, lest you have too much and vomit it up. Seldom set foot in your neighbor's house, lest he grow weary and hate you. Like a club or sword or sharp arrow is a man who bears false witness against his neighbor. Like a broken tooth or a foot out of joint is confidence in a faithless man in time of trouble. Like one who removes a garment on a cold day or vinegar poured on a wound is one who sings songs to a heavy heart. If your enemy is hungry, give him food to eat, and if he is thirsty, give him water to drink. For in so doing you will heap burning coals on his head, and the Lord will reward you. As the north wind brings forth rain, so a backbiting tongue brings angry looks. Better to live on a corner of the roof than to share a house with a quarrelsome wife. Like cold water to a weary soul is good news from a distant land. Like a muddied spring or a polluted well is a righteous man who gives way to the wicked. It is not good to eat too much honey or to search out one's own glory. Like a city whose walls are broken down is a man who does not control his temper. Like snow in summer and rain at harvest, honor does not befit a fool. Like a fluttering sparrow or darting swallow, an undeserved curse does not come to rest. A whip for the horse, a bridle for the donkey, and a rod for the backs of fools. Do not answer a fool according to his folly, or you yourself will be like him. Answer a fool according to his folly, lest he become wise in his own eyes. Like cutting off one's own feet or drinking violence is the sending of a message by the hand of a fool. Like lame legs hanging limp is a proverb in the mouth of a fool. Like binding a stone into a sling is the giving of honor to a fool. Like a thorn that falls into the hand of a drunkard is a proverb in the mouth of a fool. Like an archer who wounds at random is he who hires a fool or passerby. As a dog returns to its vomit, so a fool repeats his folly. Do you see a man who is wise in his own eyes? There is more hope for a fool than for him. The slacker says, A lion is in the road, a fierce lion roams the public square. As a door turns on its hinges, so the slacker turns on his bed. The slacker buries his hand in the dish, it wearies him to bring it back to his mouth. The slacker is wiser in his own eyes than 7 men who answer discreetly. Like one who grabs a dog by the ears is a passerby who meddles in a quarrel not his own. Like a madman shooting firebrands and deadly arrows, so is the man who deceives his neighbor and says, "I was only joking." Without wood, a fire goes out. Without gossip, a conflict ceases. Like charcoal for embers and wood for fire, so is a quarrelsome man for kindling strife. The words of a gossip are like choice morsels that go down into the inmost being. Like glaze covering an earthen vessel are burning lips and a wicked heart. A hateful man disguises himself with his speech, but he lays up deceit in his heart. When he speaks graciously, do not believe him, for 7 abominations fill his heart. Though his hatred is concealed by deception, his wickedness will be exposed in the assembly. He who digs a pit will fall into it, and he who rolls a stone will have it roll back on him. A lying tongue hates those it crushes, and a flattering mouth causes ruin. Do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day may bring. Let another praise you, and not your own mouth, a stranger, and not your own lips. A stone is heavy, and sand is a burden, but aggravation from a fool outweighs them both. Wrath is cruel, and anger is like a flood, but who can withstand jealousy? Better an open rebuke than love that is concealed. The wounds of a friend are faithful, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. The soul that is full loathes honey, but to a hungry soul any bitter thing is sweet. Like a bird that strays from its nest is a man who wanders from his home. Oil and incense bring joy to the heart, and the sweetness of a friend is counsel to the soul. Do not forsake your friend or your father's friend, and do not go to your brother's house in the day of your calamity. Better a neighbor nearby than a brother far away. Be wise, my son, and bring joy to my heart, so that I can answer him who taunts me. The prudent see danger and take cover, but the simple keep going and pay the penalty. Take the garment of him who posts security for a stranger. Get collateral if it is for a foreigner. If one blesses his neighbor with a loud voice early in the morning, it will be counted to him as a curse. A constant dripping on a rainy day and a contentious woman are alike. Restraining her is like holding back the wind or grasping oil with one's right hand. As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. Whoever tends a fig tree will eat its fruit, and he who looks after his master will be honored. As water reflects the face, so the heart reflects the true man. Sheol and Abaddon are never satisfied, so the eyes of man are never satisfied. A crucible for silver and a furnace for gold, but a man is tested by the praise accorded him. Though you grind a fool like grain with mortar and a pestle, yet his folly will not depart from him. Be sure to know the state of your flocks and pay close attention to your herds, for riches are not forever, nor does a crown endure to every generation. When hay is removed and new growth appears, and the grain from the hills is gathered, the lambs will provide you with clothing, and the goats with the price of a field. You will have plenty of goat's milk to feed you, food for your household, and nourishment for your maidservants.